Hi, I'm Marc Kimball, and this is e-biking on the Kimballism channel. As you can see, winter has come to New England, and we had our snowfall. So it got me thinking it'd be a good idea to do a video about what I do to prep my e-bike over the long winter months. So let's head inside where it's nice and warm. It is nice to be warm inside. So you want to store your e-bike for the long winter months. So what was the first step I would recommend? I think it would be cleaning. Since you've been riding the bike, you've collected a lot of dust, especially underneath, it's a good idea to wipe it all down. So you want to get yourself a bucket of warm water, a nice soft sponge. Make sure you use the soft side, not the rough side. And then you're going to want to use a nice microfiber to just wipe it all down. And if you want a final touch, you can always use a Swifter just to get that remaining dust off. After I've cleaned the bike, the next thing I like to do is tighten the dual kickstand. And it's fairly easy to do. So the first thing I do is pop off the protective cap. So I'll do that. And then there's a cable inside. You just want to gently move that over to the side. And then a 5/16 Allen wrench will tighten it up. So I'll go in there, tighten it up really good. Here we go. And really get that tight. Because I've found after a few months, it can loosen up. So every few months I do this. So it's really tight right now because I've already done that. But it's really a good idea to do because it will get a little wobbly. There you go. And that's it. I'll put the cap back on, put the cables gently back in, do that. If you're planning to store your e-bike in extremely warm and cold climates, the best thing you can do is remove the batteries and store them in a climate-controlled room. So let's do that. And for an extra step of security, what I'm going to do is I'm going to store these in litho bags. You'll want to store your batteries at about 80% charged. The Lipo bag is a safe bag, explosion-proof, and you should store the bags in a place between 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Too much heat or cold is not good for lithium batteries. E-bike batteries bag is fireproof and temperature resistant up to 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Without the e-bike lithium batteries and planning to store this for a few months, the internal battery in the display will drain. So let me go over the steps involved in charging it. The first thing we want to do is slide the neoprene sleeve over the right side cable bundle down slightly to expose the display connector and unplug it from the bicycle harness. The next thing is to plug the charger into the connector of the APT 850C display. Be sure to align the index features. Plug in the charger. Press the power button on the left handlebar to turn on the display. The display will show two warnings. The 30H warning is due to the display not being able to communicate with the controller because it's not plugged into the e-bikes. The red low battery symbol is due to the low charge voltage of the external charger compared to your e-bike batteries. This is not an indication of the state of the charge of the display itself. The display will charge at this low voltage. Both warnings will clear when the display is reconnected to the bike harness. The next thing is to press and hold the plus and minus buttons at the same time. This will reset the counter in the lower right-hand corner of the display. This will allow you to monitor how long the display has been charging. Double-click the power button to get into the display menu. Use the minus button to scroll down to the auto off selection. Use the power button to select auto off, and use the plus button to change the setting to off. Your display's internal battery will now charge. The manufacturer recommends 96 hours to fully charge the battery. This is only necessary if the bike has sat for an extended period of time, such as winter storage. During normal use, the display battery will recharge from the main bike battery. You will know the display battery needs charging if the display clock is not keeping time. When charging is complete, press the power button to turn off the display. Unplug the external charger and then plug in the display back into the bike harness. If you're interested, I've done a detailed video on e-bike lithium batteries. Why are they catching on fire or exploding, and how to keep yourself safe and make sure that doesn't happen to you. I will provide a link at the end of this video, as well as some other e-bike shows I've done in the past. But for now, let's head outside. Well, I hope you got something out of this video. If you're living in a warm climate, lucky you. I have to wait till springtime before I can get back on my e-bike. Thank you so much for your comments, support, and of course subscribing to my channel. That's it for today. I'll see you in springtime on the trails.